So I guess I just want to make 3 or 4 points based on our work with individuals and families. So the remarks I'll make are more from the lens of the philanthropists or the families that we work with that have an interest in philanthropy. I think the first thing to say is, as many others have mentioned, is that charity is not new. Charitable giving is not new. And in each of the areas where we work, whether it's a religious tradition or a social tradition, charitable giving is not new. But a more strategic approach is emerging, and that is really the sort of newer trend. And that's really not surprising, because even with clients we've worked with here in the UK, we see it as a bit of a journey that people take. They start with, when you really start getting involved with charitable giving as a family or as individuals, using your private funds, it can start as sort of more charitable, wanting instant kind of gratification, for lack of a better term. Whereas as you do more and get more engaged, you move further and further upstream, and your awareness grows about how you can make a difference. So I think that's the trend that we're definitely seeing in the emerging markets. The second thing is around some of the motivations that we see amongst our clients for increasing their charitable giving. In no particular order, I'd say one is around family legacy. Are we known just to be really rich, wealthy people, or are we also known to be leaders of our communities? And that includes contributing to our communities. And I think that is a very important driver. A second one is where in emerging markets a lot of the wealth is concentrated in family-owned businesses, how they're integrating philanthropy into how they manage their wealth succession and also family business succession and their family governance. So as they become more savvy about putting family governance structures in place and thought in place, philanthropy is being more integrated into the whole sort of family piece about why it's important to do it. And I think that's a very good trend, actually, because it means that it's very firmly situated in the culture of the family, therefore has longevity. I think a third area around motivations is, I think there's generally greater confidence that the wealth is here to stay. I think in many emerging markets there's the first flush of, will the government take it away? Will the economy tank? And there are insecurities around that. But I think now, over the last 5 years, families feel that the wealth is here to stay and remain within their families. I think the other thing that we see is the emergence of role models, so more people willing to talk about their philanthropy. And that's not to be underestimated, because culturally, in many Eastern societies, the saying goes, what the right hand gives, the left hand must know, because you must give with complete altruism. And so therefore there's a very strong virtue attached to not talking about your philanthropy that is almost seen as being vulgar. And so therefore the fact that role models are emerging signifies a real change, and of course that, as we all know, inspires other people. The role of the media, I think that's quite interesting. There's a lot of interest in the media in various emerging markets to report on and talk about philanthropy and what it achieves. So just a few thoughts, and happy to talk about them in further detail.